And we are back. We had a little glass
Breakage.
whoopsie. Totally fine. Okay, before we move on, we are going to take that blue that we used, the Addiction. Oh, and in case we didn't mention this is called NABLA. So we're going to take the blue that we used and we're going to run it under our eye, basically about just like a third of the way in. And you don't want it really close. You want it to kind of be like a bigger line. Does that make sense? Like the line should not be precision. Like we just want to run that under our eye.
Like you put it all the way under, huh?
Yeah. Basically, imagine, like, you know how people will do that wing? We're not doing a wing, but it should go in that same spot. Does that make sense? You don't want to do anything.
Doesn't your wing go
you don't want to do any, yes, you don't want to do, that's what I'm saying. Watch. I'm going to start here and pull it up like that. Oh. You don't want anything to pull down your eye. No, nobody, like, always go up. I am not particularly a fan of the winged look. Not on other people, on me. Like, if you wear a wing, that's awesome. I just don't like it on myself. And because you probably went over the little black a little bit, I'm going to go back with that just for a second and redefine that V just so I have it. And really, I do, I'm just putting it right back where it was. And this is just me being a perfectionist. Rudy, please don't. Okay. Spring break is so much fun. Said no mom ever. So now we are going to take, God, this is so pretty. This is called Fantasize. It's like a really pretty navy sparkly blue. We're going to take that and we're going to focus it kind of on that V area.
Okay, on the lid.
Yes, and so you're going to use your finger. I think that's best. And I'm just going to start packing it on.
Packing it on, huh?
Packing it on. Like you don't want to do with pounds.
Okay. I thought when you called this Peacock, it kind of almost looks mermaidy too.
Yeah, well, I guess when I think of mermaids, I think of more like purple. But I mean, I guess it could be mermaid too.
Because it was like goldish to...
Yes. And the gold...
There's a little purple kind of in this one, this Fantasize, I feel like.
Yeah, I could see that.
A little bit of the glitter.
So there's an eye topper in here that we're going to use in a little bit. That's amazing. It really like transforms the colors. Okay, so when I get closer to the center, I'm going to go lighter with this. Like just not push as hard.
Can you see?
Okay. Okay.
Do I need more?
You always need more. When I say pack on, she
lightly dabs.
I don't think that she...
Everything, I think.
No, I don't even... she just doesn't listen because she's like, no, that's not going to look good. And then
you can always add more. You can't take it off.
And then after, she's like, why does mine look so different from yours? And I'm like...
You didn't follow instructions.
I have no idea. None. Okay, so now I have these blue pinkies.
Can you do that?
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. That's excellent. Okay, now I'm going to take this again. And I'm going to lick it. I'm sorry. I'm going to dip it in the Fantasize again.
The one we just did.
And then lick it. Sorry. And I'm just going to go right there. Oh, that's so pretty already. I don't know if you guys can pick it up in the light, but it's so pretty.
I feel like it looks different on the camera than in person.
Probably. But when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, ooh, yes, queen. Okay, so now we're going to go in with, it's called a rosemary, and it's kind of the Addiction in like a tea, in a sparkle. So rosemary, you're going to put it basically to about a third, like a third, what is that called?
The middle third of your lid?
Yes, thank you.
The middle third. So
Sometimes
it's like
I
1/3,
get
2/3, 3/3. The middle third.
Okay, so once again, finger.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And you want that to touch, like go
The other.
up to your crease. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so pretty. And you also want it to, like and when you get to the navy, kind of like what I stopped at the navy, just pat. So this stuff, I think maybe I don't explain this well to you, but you really rub that, if you rub it, you're going to get more of a pigment versus just patting it. I don't know if that makes sense, but honestly, I never used my fingers on eye makeup until I started getting into the sparkles, and that's just how they work best.
This is intense.
And this is the thing, the topper is going to totally transform it.
Yeah, so don't be
And
afraid.
I know you don't know what I'm talking about
in
yet,
the process of doing like bold and
experimental
eyeshadow, it doesn't look good like as you're going, but then once you get the different colors on or whatever, and them kind of like settled in and blended in, then the final look. And of course everything looks better once you have mascara on too.
Oh yeah, that's what I even said yesterday. I was like, I know it doesn't look great right this second. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. So what we are going to do now, we are going to step out of the palette for a second. I always do this just because this is my favorite inner corner highlight. It's called Flexitarian, it's ColourPop, it's cream. I'm just going to put it like, it's not going to touch the green. I'm just putting it in my inner corner. And I know I've said this is the very best brush I've ever found for cream shadow. It's e.l.f. It's the $7 e.l.f. line though.
Oh, the expensive.
I don't know when e.l.f. started to think they were so highfalutin.
Oh, did you all see what Amanda posted for me on my Facebook wall the other day from e.l.f.?
I am not going to spend $225 on it.
That is nuts.
An e.l.f. palette that
I love Chipotle a lot. Like
she does. She does.
Love. And there was an e.l.f. palette that was like teamed up with Chipotle, and so it was like all different colors.
And Chipotle, like officially, this wasn't like
it says like Chipotle on it. So there's green for the lettuce and white for the sour cream and cheese, and like a blackish for black beans and browns and all sorts of stuff to make it look like the Chipotle like bar, Just like, oh, if ever there was an eyeshadow palette that screamed you, this is it. And I'm like, yeah. And they are sold out.
It was
people are selling them online for $225. I was like,
yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't wear.
No, I would have gotten it for you just not because I liked it.
A normal e.l.f.
Yes,
price.
but because it was just you and your But no, it was hideous. Like literally
lime green.
Who wants to wear lime green on their eyelids? I don't. Like even with us being experimental today, I still say hell no to the lime green eyes.
Okay, so you put it on your lid and then up a little bit into the crease too.
Yes. I think my eyes already look bigger just with this.
Okay, I'll do one eye and then.
Oh no, you're fine.
Show the camera.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna take our little under eye thing again, the under eye brush, whatever you want to call it, and I'm gonna go in with the Rosemary again, which is the Tealy Sparkle, and just like we did with the navy, I'm gonna run it under again, more like basically mimicking where it was above the eye. Yeah, I'm gonna lick my brush again.
So the middle,
like
third,
basically.
So you're kind of doing the same thing underneath your lash that you did on top, where you put it. Okay. I do line with shadow usually.
Yes.
I don't do as much under my eye normally as you do.
I think
do thinner, I think.
I think it makes my eye look bigger. And I've looked at beauty trends lately, and kind of the trend is to have a more under the eye. Okay, so we're done with this.
So fantasize I need to do under, is that what we did? You just did?
No, I did, we already did
Oh,
finishes.
shit.
I did rosemary, just, it doesn't matter. Okay, while she is doing this, this is kind of the jewel. So this is called Creation Crown. It's this really like buttery, bronzy gold. We're going to do that basically until you get like right to that inner corner. Does that make sense?
Not up in the crease, but
Yes.
just on the lid?
Yes, well, you want to blend it into the crease. And honestly, I'm going to start with my finger, and then I will take my cream blush and
Cream brush.
cream brush and just kind of blend it up a little bit. So. Okay. And you just want to pack that on.
Creation Crown is what we're using?
Creation Crown. Oh, I was trying to not use my pants
It's like
to
an
white.
orangey, bronzy, goldy.
It's pretty.
So you just want to butt it up against that rosemary
Yeah,
color?
and you want it to overlap
Just a
just
little bit.
very, very slightly. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cream blush. Just ignore me. I'm going to
Cream
take
shadow brush.
Yes, I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of blend it up. Do you see that? Just slightly.
So where we kind of did the
Yes.
other one.
Now, another thing about using this many different colors of shadow and why placement is important is because you don't want it to get muddy. And if you start to like go ham everywhere, it can turn out muddy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So if somebody has like way smaller eyelids or something, they might have trouble.
They might
Doing
want to
as
just
many
do two
colors?
colors. Yeah. Like
Maybe
go
they
from
would-
the gold to the green.
Right.
Like I said, I have so much real estate of eyelid that it's like, I could probably fit my name on it. Okay.
Can I use that?
So now I'm going to take this again, the under eye brush, and I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. Dip it in that Creation Crown and go under here. Whew.
My eyes look totally different.
Well, you have to remember too, I used the primer too. I think
No,
they look-
not different than yours,
Oh.
but like each one.
Oh,
Like
I don't
this
think
crease
so.
color is higher.
Well,
Like look in the camera. Okay, hang on.
well, when we put white, we can address that. Okay, so we should be here. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to remember how I did this last night. This is Steela's, I love this stuff. This has been around forever. I don't know how I just discovered this. So this is their Glitter and Glow in Wonderlust. So I'm going to take this. It's so pretty. And this is eye safe glitter, which is good to know. I'm going to take it.
Is it creamy? Is it cream?
It's liquid almost. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to dab it like right
in the corner.
And I even go under a little bit. So you're not covering that gold totally.
You're kind of doing like a V almost in the...
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm going to take that again. Except I should probably dip it again. And just the true like inner, kind of a over exaggerated inner corner, if that makes sense. Now I want to make sure that these are even.
Okay.
And then we have one more color. Well, if you want a true, like,
Peacock.
mesmerizing. That's so pretty. It really is. Where did that go? Is this the one? I'm just kind of touching up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
I really like this.
Okay, so this is where it's kind of cool. So there's this really pretty,
We're doing the iridescent one?
yes, it's called Play Hard, okay? This is not an eyeshadow. This is an eye topper. This is what we're going to put this all the way across. Now, where we put the glitter, I don't go over that as much. I like kind of butt up to it, but you're gonna put it on your lid all the way, like where the V is, try as best as you can and put it in between the V. That's hard to do.
So basically the first 2/3 of your eye, and then be careful to get it.
I mean, you still want it on the end, but you just don't. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And so this is one that you really just kind of want to tap and pull. So
Really tough. It's very iridescent.
It really brings out the green in this.
See how it's like clear, but then when you
it really just transforms that green and blue. It's pretty. Now, after, I'm gonna go back into the gold because this will change the color of the gold. Well, it will, because it will change the color of the gold to more of like a weird color. So, I feel like, yeah, you have
we're
to
making our white.
I know, you have to make
blue.
sure that it's real, like your hand is really clean, which is hard to do. Oh, that's so pretty though.
Oh, I got it. Like too much, too far
Where?
into my V. I didn't follow instructions well.
Yeah, but I don't think it was, I don't think it was because you chose to not listen this time.
No, it was just a mistake. And I think it's not that big a deal, really, because it looks fine.
I mean, you're going to the gym after this, so.
I might have to wash my face because
If somebody asks,
That's a
just
lot.
be like, it's St. Patrick's Day. I want it to look like a mermaid leprechaun. Peacock leprechaun. Okay, hold on. You know how much I love color.
Okay. So are we done with new colors? You're just kind of touching up right now?
I'm just kind of touching up. Kind of. We're kind of
Ooh,
done.
excuse me.
Hold on. Okay. So that's it. Okay. So this is what really
Here,
like.
close your eye with me. Let me see the difference. Yes. Okay.
So I'm going to take this little brush, and this makes a huge difference. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to touch up here because
The gold. She's doing the creation crown.
because some of my green kind of got over it.
I was gonna say your green space is bigger than mine.
So that's what I'm just kind of. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, does that look even? I think so. So
These are two-sided tweezers?
yes, I love those for. They don't pluck though. I don't use them to pluck. They don't pluck very good. But they do separate your eyelashes good. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna take this gold and I'm gonna run it like this. I'm gonna go back into rosemary. I'm gonna put it under the gold a little bit because I want like a thinner line of the gold. Does that make sense? No, she didn't have to do that part. I know her.
Like I have it under there. It's not a ton.
So, because I want to take this and do like a very thin. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take this. I'm going back into play hard because, you know, that's what I do. That's so pretty.
Now, Amanda, if you let her, she'll sit here and keep on doing this for about another 15 or some minutes.
But I'm not going to do that, so.
Not today. We're done with
so.
eyeshadow, right?
Well, now we're going to do liner.
I thought we just lined our bottoms.
Yeah, but I'm going to do black in the corner. I'm going to take the NABLA black and just do a tiny, I just want to define a little bit. So I'm going to take it and literally just go.
Oh, on your top.
Yeah. But what I've started doing that I really like actually is I take this and I go up under, like right on that lash line.
Yeah, just to define your lash line.
Yes. But I don't like a tight line. So it's not like a tight line per se. You're just defining that lash line.
Yeah, you really can't even tell you.
No, you can't tell that you do it. No.
Just makes your lash line look fuller.
Well, it helps everything like blend together.
Like look at so I did the top of this one.
And honestly, once again, I would encourage you guys, if you're over the age of 30, start using your eyeshadow as liner. Rachel, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Honestly, heavy, like kohl eyeliner or pencil eyeliner, it ages you at this point. What is that called? Tough love. I'm giving you tough love. You probably don't want to hear that, but you probably need to hear it. Okay, should we go into, what is that called?
Mascara?
No.
Go into what?
Oh, when we record and it records fast.
Oh, time lapse?
Uh-huh. Hold on. Okay, so I did.
There's no talking during time lapse, obviously. They don't hear us.
There's really nothing to talk about.
However, this is our second video and we're at 23 minutes.
But I don't care.
So maybe we do a time lapse.
Okay, hold on. Okay, before we time lapse, I want to say this.
What are we going to do during time lapse? Let them know. Just mascara and finish the eye?
No, I'm going to brush off my bake. I will do mascara. I will do setting powder. I will do blush. So
finish your face.
Finish everything. I do want to say though, before we go to time lapse, I'm going to take this brush, and this brush I only use for white. I don't let any other color touch it. So I'm going to take the white and I'm just going to define my arch. That's all I'm going. You don't have to do this. It probably won't even be noticeable except to me. So that's literally all I'm doing. So you do that too.
Mm-hmm. Like up right here in the right there.
And I am like pulling, I am just blending this out just a little bit more. But not like nobody's gonna notice.
Right. So once you get all your stuff on, I like to probably blend more so than you.
Well, you blend it into oblivion. That's not that's not what this look is for. Now you don't want to just leave it like, oh, there's blue, boom. But you just want to blend. Do not touch that crease part because that's like, then you're ruining the whole look. But the top part is okay. Okay, so we will be back in a second and we will be in time lapse
to finish it up.
Yep.
And we're back.
And we're done.
And we're done. Here. I feel like the blue-green takes up more space on your eyelid than I did, but I don't mind mine. Mine is a little bit more subtle than yours.
Mine is more dramatic.
Mm-hmm. That is a pretty common theme for us.
Mm-hmm. God, that is so pretty though.
Mm-hmm.
So, the NABLA Secrets palette, I give that an A. If I had to grade it. I'm excited to get into the pinky tones in there, and they're gold. I want to do a look that's not similar to this, but with like pinks and golds, because they have a lot of pinks and golds in there, and that's more up my alley.
Yeah, you do. You pinks and orange and reddy. Oops.
However, I do think that I like this look. I might do it for our next date night.
Saturday, speaking of.
Saturday.
Figure out what.
Get up there and show them your eye. See, hers looks more like almost like a watercolor, which watercolor makeup is actually really in right now. Mine looks a little bit more heavily pigmented and metallic, I guess, if you will. But I think it's a good look. So subscribe, like, share.
Try this out at home.
Yeah, try out. Yes, please. Try out the Peacock eye. And you don't have to use blues and golds.
Yeah.
Use whatever color you want. You could do a Peacock eye with neutrals.
Ombre kind of.
Yes.
So with whatever color.
I just want to walk around like this. That's a good look. So,
Like,
we will
subscribe,
see you
share.
shortly. We're going to be doing some hair videos with this makeup. So, bye-bye.
Bye.